Not necessarily the results you wanted throughout the road trip, but some things I think you can probably build on as a group. How important is it to do that now that you've got 4 on home ice?
Yeah, obviously want to take advantage of home ice before another long road trip. So, I mean, definitely in our looks in San Jose to win the game. Obviously was in the game in LA. Colorado, they got one loss this year, played pretty good against them, had some chances. But yeah, I mean, obviously it's 0-0 tomorrow. Just need to come out and try to play the same way we did in Colorado in the first period and then go from there.
How important is it to focus on the positives even when the results are going against you, and how hard can that be at times?
I mean, just gotta do what we can and control what we can control. And I mean, I think everyone's excited to just be back home and enjoy. We'll start with tomorrow, Utah, and enjoy being at home with our families and whatnot. And like I said, a long road trip. So obviously, we know that these are crucial games.
In the first 20 games, you guys were way too permissive, gave up way too many goals. But these last 3 games, you've tightened up defensively. Is that something to build on?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're playing really hard. We're really well coached. Our D-zone system's pretty good. We've also had a lot of new faces over the course of those 20 games where it's not as easy for everyone to just learn the system, on the spot. So I think that we're defending hard, and coaches have been doing a great job with us. So yeah, I think our defending is coming along.
We talked to you and I a couple of weeks ago about Henrik Sedin and the challenge of being positive. Even when things aren't going well, how big is that challenge for you these days?
Yeah, I mean, obviously not in the position we want to be in, but have another opportunity tomorrow to see what we can do.
Quinn, when you came into this league with this team, you had some tough stretches. Obviously, this 20-game stretch, first part of the season, has it been the toughest stretch for you in terms of the adversity you face, particularly given the burden of the captaincy?
I mean, it's a good question. I don't really equate it to anything else. I'm not like, this 15 games reminds me of 15 games in 2019, but I mean, just try to take it one day at a time, and obviously with some of the injuries that have happened, it's tough to see and where we are in the standings, but like I said, all we can do is try to move on and have a good game tomorrow.
This team you've had the adversity, but it's been resilient at times, played well, hasn't won the game perhaps that they should have won. You look at other factors that come into play that, weigh this team down. The pressure of being the captain, the pressure of this market. What's been the toughest challenge for you personally trying to move forward? Guys are even talking about resetting, how tough it is to reset with the condensed schedule.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're seeing a lot of injuries around the league just because of the condensed schedule. That's tough right now. I just think, losing is obviously the hardest part. I mean, yeah.
People noticed a few moments in game where maybe you've looked a little frustrated on the ice. Are you feeling frustrated at times on the ice?
I mean, of course. I feel like I've seen pretty much everything under the sun here, good and bad, and you want to win, and losing sucks. And I know everyone in here feels that way, and the coaching staff. No one's probably more competitive than Adam Foote, so just gotta, something that I continue to get better at, and yeah.
There's pretty much no one in the league that has higher ice time than you, Quinn. Do you ever get tired when you're out on the ice?
Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, I get tired for sure. I mean, there's definitely moments in games where, I'm breaking up pucks, I'm transporting pucks to the neutral zone, I'm doing my thing in the O-zone or trying to do my thing, and trying to create scoring chances for our team, and that's hard to do for half the game. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not perfect, not Superman, but can always strive to be better.
Before the road trip, Foote talked a little bit about kind of changing your deployment where you go from 21, 22 shifts to maybe 29, 30. When you're out on the ice, is that something you're kind of conscious about?
I think that as I'm starting to learn, it's something that I can get better at is just, instead of, like you just said, having 21 shifts of 30 minutes, having 29 shifts of 30 minutes where I'm not overextending too much. Obviously, it's hard when you're down in the third. You're going to extend a little bit, but I think the message she's trying to tell me there is definitely spot on.
Have you heard about the concerns about the rink being ready for the Olympics?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really dove into it, but I think I just, we got our hands full here right now. I'm trying to focus on tomorrow, so I haven't really focused on that. I'm sure there's a lot of smart people that are on top of it.
They're saying that the rink might be 3 to 4 feet shorter. How would that change the game?
I think it would change a lot of things, to be honest, but I don't see how that would happen. I think that, like I said, there's a lot of smart people in charge here, and I'm sure they'll get it to where it needs to get to.
On the road trip, are there positives in your team game that you feel like you can build on right now?
Yeah, I think, of course, it's always stuff to build on. I think we had 2 good periods against Colorado. Some things we still need to clean up, and like you said, we wanted more on this road trip, but we just keep looking forward, and it's big games here tomorrow.
How about for you personally, moved up the lineup later in the game in Colorado and skating up the lineup today at practice? How much confidence does that give you that the coaching staff are liking what they're seeing from you right now?
No, it's fun. I just try to do my best every shift, and it's fun to get rewarded too. And they give me even more confidence too. They moved me up there in the last game, so it's fun. And just try to keep building that confidence and building on my game.
What's the message when you get moved up like that? Do you feel like you have to change your game at all, or is it more about just doing what has worked for you so far?
No, I'm not going to change my game. I'm going to be the same player. Try to go to the net and be around that area. That's my like they always say, like bread and butter. Just try to do that, and and the puck has found me lately, and it's fun.
Goals obviously are great, but even if you take the goals out of the equation, do you feel like this is the best hockey you've played in the National Hockey League here, this maybe last 10-game stretch?
Yeah, no, of course, it's not like you said, it's not just the goals. I feel like more comfortable out there creating stuff, and feel more comfortable in the system too. And of course, you not every game has been that good as I wanted, but if I had one bad game, I try to just move on and play better in the next one, and that's what I think I did doing good. Like I forget the last game and move on to the next one all the time.
What's important beyond putting pucks in the net? I mean, that's the name of the game. But for you, what do you like about your game away from the puck?
I don't know. It's a hard one, but I just try to think where the puck's gonna end up, and it's not always the puck's gonna end up on my stick. I just try to be that guy around the net front present, and even if the point shots go in, and you always need one there, and I think that's a fun thing to do, be around that net and be on that greasy area, and it's just that's how I play my game, and I think it's really fun to do.
6 months ago, you're on, leading an AHL team to a championship. Now you're on the top line of an NHL team. Is this where you thought you'd be?
I don't know. I didn't really think about it like that, but I work hard every day and try to. Of course, it's fun to move up the lineup, and we just try to focus on play my best game all the time, and do my best next shift, and that's. I think I did pretty well on that part.
You talk about not changing your game when you move up the lineup, but does your mentality have to change when you go from playing 6 or 7 minutes a night to maybe more like 15 or 16?
Yeah, you have to maybe. I don't know. It's hard to tell, but I just gonna try to focus to play my game. I don't know how the line's gonna be tomorrow. We will see tomorrow, but if I get the opportunity to play up there, I just play my game, and we'll see what happens.
But when you've been playing down the lineup, it seems like your line has found a way to impact the game while only getting limited minutes.
Yeah.
How have you found a way to do that, and how hard is that when you don't get a ton of shifts to try and find a way to impact the game?
I think I played most of the games with Beans and Sass, and we talk a lot. Like even between periods, we always, if we get 1 or 2 shifts, we're gonna do the best of those. We always talk, help each other. And that's what I think we've been successful. Even if we play 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I don't know. We try to think, just do the best the next shift and impact the game, help the team out in the best way. We're not always going to score, but if we can bring the team some energy, that's a good thing too.
Niels Höglander in a regular jersey today. How encouraging is that, and how close might he be?
That was good. To see him, he's pumped up. I mean, obviously he needs a few practices with us. I think it's probably realistic Buffalo, but as long as nothing changes, maybe Detroit. But it's a big maybe.
And what about Garland, non-contact jersey still?
Garley will be in the morning. We'll figure that one out tomorrow morning. But he had a really good day, so there's a chance he could be in tomorrow.
You surprised at all that Connor was out there? I didn't
Well,
get that vibe when you left.
He went out yesterday.
Okay.
He's tough. He's wants to play, and for him to, jump over to UBC yesterday with our skills coach Krogs, it's like that's what Carr does. He works and he doesn't want to miss time, but you also have to see how tomorrow goes after a day like today, so nothing creeps up on him overnight. You never know. So we'll know in the morning.
How big is the challenge to the team right now and players to maintain positivity, to be excited still when they come to the rink and be ready for good things to happen?
Yeah. Well, one, it's their job, and two, we've been working on it since day one. I give them a lot of credit, like they are pros, but every day we work, our D zone's trending up, right? So keep working, keep doing, what we're supposed to do as pros, and they're in a really good spot mentally, I would say.
What about Quinn? I mean, I think people have noticed some moments on ice where maybe he's looked a little frustrated, for whatever reason. Are you having to give him any extra guidance just to get through all this as the captain, as the guy that kind of has to be the face of the team?
Yeah, we talk about it. Quinn's strength, like everybody's, right? His strength is he wants to win so bad, and he knows he can make every play. He's still young, and he'll be the first to tell you he's learning that when he's tired or had long shifts, maybe not to push.
Right.
The beauty is he believes he can get it done. That's the good part about it at times, and he's learning that there's times where maybe get off or don't chance it at that moment when you're on tired legs he's a guy that probably has shown frustration here and there. We've had discussion about it, and he owns his own stuff, so it's a good question, and that's him still growing and learning.
I imagine when you were winning Stanley Cups, people were probably focused more on Sakic and Forsberg and Patrick Waugh than Adam Foote.
Players.
Yeah. How hard do you think it is in Canada and being the captain, and if things aren't going well and everyone's watching you? And then, of course, there's a subplot for him as well about his future, but how big do you think that challenge is just for any one player?
Well, I mean, I think you grow. I mean, you could be anywhere. You just grow with it. You're aware of it. You've got a team around you that gets you prepared for those situations. I think with him, he's pretty good with that. I think what he's doing is more of his desire to win and try to win every shift. He's learning still how to manage shift by shift, whether have 7 more wins or not. That's something he knows he's got to grow at as a player, that he doesn't have to always go on the hard offense and get it done in one shift. And I think he's learning to manage that. And as far as what you're saying too, yeah, he's in a hard market, right? We're in Canada. He's aware of all that, and he takes that in stride. And I don't see him getting too rattled at that.
No offense, by the way. I'm sure people were looking at Adam Foote and those
No,
teams as well.
hey, it's all good. Those guys had a lot more skill than I had.
When it comes to Quinn, though, would you like to see somebody step up and also help out? And what I mean by that is, a guy like Gretzky had Messier. When Sakic was in Colorado, he had you. I mean, you had that kind of, I don't want to say enforcer, but that tougher guy that's going to speak to the group. Would you like to see somebody step up to that role with this team?
There are guys that are doing that, and supporting him or supporting the team. I'll give the guys a lot of credit. There's a lot of accountability in our room, and I don't want to name names, but I mean, the first guy that comes to my mind is a guy like Phil. Like he's that guy. He just from when Phil came back from his injury, the Winnipeg trip, to now, it's like huge growth as far as maturity, how it's in his play. It doesn't matter from game to game. If we're down 10 guys or 5 or our PK was struggling, Phil has been there solid as a leader for not just Quinn but the team. And a guy like Marcus and Mize does it too, and there's other guys. Bess has been really good. Real good leadership by him, where he's staying super, like your question, Ian, he's staying so positive because there's good things happening, right? And I don't want to say too much because we still have to win those games, right? And but you know, Bess has like been great and holding guys accountable his way, and I like the way they do it their way. Not, it doesn't have to be rah-rah, it doesn't have to be in your face. They just do it with whatever their personality is. And so to answer your question, there's lots of support. And, you know, in the noise too, when you're a guy like Quinn, he's just so offensive-minded, those guys are also going to hold him accountable and say, hey, you don't have to do it that shift or that wasn't the time. So that's part of it as well. And, you know, it's nice to see that happen.
And what, we talked about the injured guys, it's almost like Thatcher's an afterthought now, but to see him back out there, what does that do for his timeline?
Yeah, it's such a, okay, Buffalo's probably not out of reach, right? So I'll just say it, you know, but if it changes, don't be mad at me. But, so, I mean, the way he was today, you know, talking to our goalie coach and, you know, whether he needs, I don't want to put a number on it because I don't know if it's 3, 4 more skates like that or 5. I think Buffalo's a realistic.
Your next door neighbors, the Whitecaps, they're headed to the MLS final on Saturday. Is there anything that you guys can take from what they've experienced this year, that group, what they've dealt with and got to this point? I know it's a different sport, but it's still, you know, pro athletes competing hard.
Well, there's always great stories that we can add to our group. If you know those kind of things, what you're talking about, for me is an instinctual thing. When is the right time, and if it is the right time or the right story to talk about, right? So, you know, every day there's lots of different stories and tales and things we do, and motivation or not, or being real. So, yeah, it could be something be nice for the players to look at and see what they've accomplished, and that's a great question. But you know, that would be for me, if I'm going to present that, it would be one, probably more instinctual than set. But yeah.
Goalies this weekend? Are you going to lights back to back?
I don't know yet. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Couple of guys under the weather today. Is that sort of
Yeah.
a see how they are in the morning? In
Yeah,
terms
we
of,
had, you know what, we had a really good, like, I didn't think 2 or 3 guys were going to play in Colorado. Wielander, after warm-up, stepped up and played, which was a great character builder for him to see how well he played when he was feeling sick. Kaner was sick before and during the game. So we had guys playing sick, and you have to play sick. You know, certain illnesses will get you out, like a food poison probably get you out, but I don't know if they're going to go tomorrow or not. I know they're still sick, but maybe both will, maybe one will, but we'll find out in the morning.
And Evander, just in the aftermath, you'd mentioned the skate cut. He's fine.
I think it was like he got hit hard in his forearm on the way down, like the elbow on the ice, which hurts. And then I think the puncture, it was more of like not a blade, it was more of a puncture, which probably is the heel of the skate, got him. And probably, I think it was more in his old scar where he got cut. So probably just it scared him. I'm sure it hurt, but it also probably scared him. And but he's that's behind him. He's handled it. So yeah, that's not going to be an issue for the game.